Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Compare rates from top term life insurance companies in seconds at Xander.com.
My husband does well financially, but he tends to be a bit controlling with money. He's always taken the inheritance I've received each year and invested it in the stock market. Recently, I received about $50K, which will probably be the last bit of inheritance for a while. Since I'm a stay-at-home mom with no allowance, I'd like to keep this money in a separate savings account in my name only, but he's adamantly against this and wants me to give him the money to invest. He said he'll give me the monthly dividends as an allowance, but I was hoping for more freedom than that.
Oh, geez, Sally.
I don't like the word allowance used when it's not with your own child.
Right.
Is this how it's been your whole marriage?
Yeah, and sometimes I get an allowance and sometimes I don't.
Based on your behavior?
And you don't
Did you clean up your toys? I don't understand.
Do you have access to y'all's checking account just to go? Do you have like a debit card to go and spend?
I do. I use the credit card that's both of ours for gas and groceries. But if I need to like get a haircut or something, I use my debit card, and I have money in there that I get money from my mom sometimes.
Why are you getting money from your mom? Because what he's giving you isn't enough to cover the things that you want or need?
Right.
This is not okay.
Sally, how long have y'all been married?
15 years.
Okay. Does this feel weird to you?
Now that I say it out loud, it is.
Okay. Because it's very weird.
This is financial abuse.
Well, it's gotten worse since we had our child. I have a 6-year-old, and I'm not able to put him in like swim lessons and stuff. And he does really well financially. We have about a $5 million net worth. He makes about $400K a month, or not a month, $400K a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can convince him. And he says that I'm selfish to keep the money in a savings account and that I'll lose money to inflation.
Have you shown that you're financially irresponsible? Where did all of this come from?
I only recommend term life insurance because it's simple, affordable coverage. And you should get it only from Xander Insurance because they work for you, not the insurance companies. Xander compares all the top term plans to save you money so you don't get ripped off with insurance that they market like a so-called investment. Term from Xander is the only life insurance I would get from my family. It's all I've ever bought and all I've ever recommended. Go to Xander.com or call 800-356-4282.
Where did all of this come from?
He probably thinks I am, but I'm not. I shop at Ollie's Bargain Basement. I don't spend a lot of money.
Okay, so when you come to him and you say, we need to, have you ever asked, have you guys ever breached the conversation of, hey, we're going to have a budget and I'm going to put in exactly what I need to spend that stays within what you make, that we're not going crazy. We're not going deep into debt. We're not doing any of that. We're going to live within our means. And I have full access to our money and that this is what we're going to agree on and that you have a full say in it. Has there ever been any kind of conversation around those lines?
Kind of. I've asked for an allowance before, and he's done it for a couple months. But then, it's just not very much. It's like $400 to $500 a month.
And where's do you have access to see where he's spending money?
Yeah. I mean, I could look. He's very frugal. He just golfs a lot and does like small sports gambling, like a couple dollars here and there.
Are you sure it's just a couple of dollars?
I don't know. I mean, he hates to spend money, so.
Okay, well, there's some serious dysfunction in this, Sally. And is he controlling in other areas as well?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he been abusive?
No, not physically. No.
Not physically, but verbally.
Yeah, a bit manipulative and kind of condescending.
What are some of the words that he would use when he's kind of like in a fit when it comes to money? What kind of stuff does he say to you?
He says that I don't understand money, and he just kind of like yells and clenches his fists and is like, just says that I don't understand, and if I just put the money in a savings account, I'll just be like everyone else. And he said then I'll spend all the money, and then he said I'll come back to him and need more money. He thinks that I'm just going to blow through this $50,000 and then come back to him asking for money.
So
But
there's a
I
clear,
wouldn't
he
do
does
that.
not trust you when it comes to finances, and he thinks that you're not
Right.
smart enough to even understand it.
Right. Which I
And
do
there's a
understand.
lot of gaslighting where he makes you think you're the crazy one.
Yeah. Yeah, Sally, no. So right
Right.
now, from what you've given us in this call, I would have my own account and have your own money in. And then that's a very reasonable step for you. And then beyond that, Sally, what we see constantly is that money is a window into the relationship, right? That this really isn't a money issue. This is that you have
Mhm.
you have a jerk of a husband who treats you what sounds horrible, unlike a team, right? That a healthy marriage would represent, that we are in this together and I trust you, you trust me, and we're going to win and we're going to be excited about this. It is a downplaying and manipulating and downright abusive. You know what I mean? Of how he's controlling money and all of that. Like this is not, you're not in a healthy place, right, with your marriage at all.
Yeah.
And so that's what I would start to target, Sally. The money is going to be there for you as a tool if you need it, if you need to get out of this marriage. But what I would be pushing him towards is we need to go to marriage counseling ASAP, because I can't function like this anymore as a human being in this marriage. You know what I mean? Like it's horrible, Sally. You're in a really bad situation, and I want you to feel the weight of that you're not crazy. You're not crazy.
Thank you. I can't see the forest through the trees. It's been so long, but I appreciate that.
Do you
We've
have
tried
community around you,
counseling.
Sally? Friends, family, people that you can confide in?
Out of state, I do. So I'll be spending time with them this summer. So that will be nice, just with my son and I. So we'll have some time
Okay.
away
And
for a little bit.
This inheritance, this is just yours, right? He has no legal right to this.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except
I
that
would-
he's my husband.
So
I would keep it separate, and I would use that to get some counseling just for yourself right now. I don't know that he's willing. I hope he is one day.
And if he's not, Sally, this is a marriage that doesn't survive. I wouldn't want you.
Right.
I wouldn't want my sister to be in this kind of marriage long term. If he's not willing to do any work and to change what he's doing, this is not a good setup for your life, Sally.
You're being held financially captive.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly right. Yeah. And so normally when we talk about, money, we want to combine everything when we're married. But when there is, and we say this all the time, if there's any level of abuse, mistrust, addiction, anything that feels like you need safety, you need to create that for yourself. And Sally, this is it. And I would, again, this is to protect you. That's not the real issue. The real issue is that your marriage is not in a good spot, and you need to figure that out quickly for you and your son's sake.
If anyone depends on your income, you need affordable term life. Never cash value insurance. Visit Xander.com today for quotes.